Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Al-Farghani series here on the Lord Master channel, in which once again we said this once early in the series, that we're wondering if, is this series having an identity crisis again? Guess the answer would be yes, and I would tell you why. That is mainly because of, well, we originally left Egypt long ago to go to the Maghreb, Morocco, mainly Morocco today, just in search of better living and a peace and prosperity. And then grandfather Gurak I, the Impaler, upon his last orders, he ordered that we will return to Egypt, but to conquer it. And even though I wasn't there in the front lines as Gurak II, Zagrutha, son of Rukta, child of Rukta, which now I'm the ruler of both the Ikhshid of Maghreb and the Ikhshid of Egypt. But, long ago, it was said that we would have been the rulers of Egypt. I mean, we would have had the Nile, all the great wealth and prosperity that it brings. And we thought the Maghreb would be the promised land to free us from Egyptian influence. And then we decided to come back to and conquer it. And the remnant is now residing just south of Aswan, in Nubian lands, in which I'm sure one day he might get it again, but what is that we'll be doing for, and the son will be going to him, then that's one thing. But now you are ruling over lands which, again, I do not own any holdings that is Egyptian. But if there was a presence that I want to establish in Egypt itself, it would have to be Alexandria. Especially those uncles who rule over not only the Egyptian lands, but also in the Maghreb as well, which I want them out. And there's a reason for that. One is that they want the Maghreb throne, which means if they could want to, there could be a civil war in which we are most likely to lose, as we are in debt and under strength. But we will be getting more levies from Egypt if we can please the vassals, which is something that we'll have to do now. But I'm not going to give it to my uncles. I plan on getting rid of them by any means. So let's summon the council. For any powerful vassals, you may stay, but there are other alternatives. Like my cousin, who lives in Al-Said. You will be the, I could care less. You will be trying to do the domestic affairs, just increase the vassal opinion each and every time. Of the Delta, you will be the steward, which at least you'll have more effectiveness on the increase of taxes. As much as you are talented, but unfortunately I have to give it to somebody who isn't a relative of mine. That is a powerful vassal, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. Which again, whenever we get ourselves out of debt, then I will move in to set out to get rid of them. Which might as well organize the army to increase the levy size as well as the reinforcement rate to get everything back up, just to prevent them from getting any stronger to send an ultimatum. Spy master. Vassal, but not powerful. Stick with me, because I know there'll be plots against me. Heck, there was an attempt on my life, and I forget who it was. I could usurp that if I wanted to, but no need for that. So again, when you are in debt, you cannot declare war, you cannot reinforce men at arms that require gold. County corruption will spread in your domain. Vassals are more likely to join factions. The deeper debt you are, the harsher the penalties you will be. Your current level debt has the following additional effects. So, we need to get out of that. But as far as all the areas of my domain, is there any corruption around here that we may have to deal with? Smuggling ring. That's for development. Guess that's pretty much it. At least we still have this. And the other alternative is gold rating. And I say it wants to expand the control. And that's rather problematic. And plus, I'm in the need of new allies and as well as a new primary spouse. Oh yeah, I already requested one, which should be on the way there. As well as a possible alliance with the Aghlabids again, which I may have to ask. As my son's already betrothed to the one who unfortunately is barren, but don't worry, that's what multiple wives are for whenever you're the ruler. So now the real question of this series is, can we hold Egypt and the Maghreb? Because we know one day the lands will be split as per succession rules, which is something that we ought to deal with in some time with hereditary rule, so we can get a partition law in the next 21 years, which no doubt I'll be around by then. So let's get this question answered. Oh, and for those of you who do not have the council position because you are not powerful enough, then I'm gonna have to start swaying you. And there'll be no offensive wars under my watch. No, that Egyptian conquest was a big one. Oh, I just remembered something, just for seeing artifact there. Ever since we'd taken over the Egyptian throne, we also inherited all of their artifacts, such as those Tulanid house banners. The hide of the pharaoh fox of Muruzuk. Well, that's just for starters. Put that up there. Magnificent tapestry. Short reign duration. Get rid of this short reign penalty of the opinion, and they'll respect you a bit more. That sounds like an idea. Sultan of Jalal-Din's goblet. Ah yes, the days of Jalal-Din that made Egypt prosperous while kicking our people out of there. So put that there. The Egyptian throne, I did say it was hard to be taken over the Egyptian throne. We did mean it. A regal throne of excellent craftsmanship. The frame is constructed from solid oak posts, and the seats cushioned with velvet pillows. Reduced monthly tyranny. It may look the same, but the throne is Egyptian. The hide of the ancient skag of Urjta, for more renown. Let me see the compare and contrast. Prestige and all that. This is masterwork. It's a large wall ornament. Okay, we can replace that. Put that over there. It's on display. Now, do we have any more furniture? Yes. Take your pick. We got a magnificent table, an Egyptian statue. Could care less about my dynasty opinion because I plan on getting rid of my uncle, so we'll put a magnificent table there. A table of excellent craftsmanship. It is constructed from olive wood panels. The wood has been painted with patterns and decorations known as Egyptian style. A tiny but elegant description on the side, proudly stating, Allah is my strength. That's the family motto of the Tulanids. Oh, look closely. Vase and flowers on it. Well, that's furniture for you. And I guess we could put that Egyptian statue over there then. Again, adding more to the court grandeur. Unfortunately, that is all we can add. As far as the court artifacts that we have. Magnificent tapestry. God dang it. 1 second. This versus this. This one's got a bit more renown than the tapestry, but the short reign duration reduced, so I'll put that there. Because I just want the Egyptian vassals to respect me a little more as time passes. Well, we don't have any more court artifacts that relates to, you know, pedestal artifacts. No, that is all we can display around here. And as time goes along, very good. Very good. Now we can get down to some business while we sway Ambush Nanai. She is a Sogdian, an ethnic Sogdian. Where she will be my new primary spouse to help with stewardship gain, and if I want to, could hold more of the domain. Which, if I wish, take back Alexandria. And I might one day move my capital back to there, because that will be the capital of West Sogdian Egypt. Plus there's a little more income when you have a higher stewardship skill. And you know I cannot do righteous imprisonment, but there is a way. Demand conversion. Strong believers, less likely to accept conversion. Might ask something in return. So that's something we ask you. We want you to convert to the Monobaltism, as this would be the new state religion of Egypt. And everybody's going to ask something in return, which is no good to anybody. So that means it'll take some convincing. Because I hope... Well, actually, he's West Sogdian, not Egyptian. Because, you know, refusal to convert, if we had it our way, then we would have righteous imprisonment, but we don't do that, because it's not our fate to do so, as compared to righteous. Anyways, let's hear it. Might accept. I would gladly join in the exhaustion, but the sheer cost of refurbishing mosque and proselytizing my peasants. If you were to pay for these efforts, I'm more than willing to pray for your Allah. Our Allah is the same Allah, Sass. What are you talking about? I am not paying you. I will not pay for your eternal salvation. And that's not lead to righteous imprisonment. We lost our steward because the man just lost his title. God blessed it. Guess it'll be you. Might accept still, but I'm not gonna take any chances. These uncles can go straight to... Too weak to send an ultimatum right now as we're increasing the size of our vassals, but we need more income. By any means. And also, by the way, we lost Tripolitania to Sahara because we feared their military might as we were broke. And we lost this. Vas, I should say. We lost that. Our servant approaches me with a guilty expression on his face. Something in the behind his back. My lord, I was cleaning your artifacts collection as usual when I noticed the state of your utter disrepair of your Gurak's dagger. It's completely useless and unrecognizable now. You might as well sell it to a scrap collector and make some gold coins out of it. You know what? Good idea. I didn't need it anyway. I got a better dagger. We ought to get that armored repair in the future. Every little bit helps. Yeah. Poor manners. My Alama and my cousin. As a loud bell checklist through the dining hall, all conversation abruptly ceases. Mahalama Artavan pats his stomach and grins. Ah, better out than in, me dad always said. Various courtiers exchange incredulous glances before my cousin, Ayaman Vandak, looks at me directly and says, my Ikhshid, that was wholly inappropriate. Certainly, you must agree. 1 second. Trait-wise, I'm looking myself up. I'm not greedy. Alama or not, Artavan will learn proper manners, or else he'll eat with the pigs in the sty. Well, I don't think you should say that as a Muslim, because, you know, the pork is, eating pork is kind of prohibited, if not haram in some circles. Is or isn't, just like, you know, with the cows for the Hindus. And I don't want to call court because some of that may require money. Maybe. Maybe in a desperate plea just to prevent factionalism. Another one joins. Not related. But I thought maybe just what I did, adding a bit of dread, may help. The dread gain jumped up. So that's what made me thought about doing that options for the dread. Maybe it'll just tell some of the other people to back down and do not oppose me. Otherwise, unless I'm gonna start executing prisoners. All domain counties gain 9 control. Public execution. It's just to up the popular opinion. I was about to say, I'm allowed to do public executions? But, you know, let me see. Any other option? Cause you sure you don't want to pay for the ransom, many of you? One second. Yeah. Because he would make a very good commander if I had him in. Yeah, I'll recruit him. I was gonna execute you, but I'll recruit you. Because you got talent. And if I'm gonna make an example out of somebody, there's somebody who's delicate. Hate to do this to a woman, but they say domain counties will gain 9 control, as well as the effect of having that public execution, just to basically get them motivated, so to speak. Yes, popular opinion plus 15 in all areas for the next 5 years. Good. Your health is fine now, but you might be good for something. But be careful. There's still time before they send an ultimatum. And we need more money. You know, there's some places I do want to control if I happen to get kicked out of the Maghreb. Hold on. Rich gifts, you say? 50 gold. Objectified. Patiently wait on my throne for the arrival of Amir Nizam, who is soon announced and usher before me. He kneels in deference. As tenants bring forth his gifts of coin and precious objects, the oath is taken, and scribes guard his pledges to serve the Al-Farghani Ikhshid. Amir Nizam rises looking awkwardly. In the corner of my eye, I notice my sister Faruzan swooning, clearly assaulted by the Amir. We don't need to piss off vassals. I think we are done here. There's your court grandeur up. As we would have that look again as a reminder. The higher the grandeur, the more the vassals will respect you. Including those independent rulers around here. That's what you need to know. Just to get ready, because in a couple of months we're going to start reinforcing our men in arms, and then they will think twice about taking us on. And then when we defeat those uncles, I want Alexandria, Salome, and Siwa back under my control, and perhaps maybe if there's any more possible rebelling vassals, I'll be sure to get rid of them. So if I wanted to control more holdings in Egypt, I would rather have the one with the pyramids, or the Al-Fayoum, which is home of the Egyptian textile manufacturing center there, which is another place to earn an income. While way over there, on the coast there, there's one, emerald mining settlements. It's one of the few areas you find there. A Luxor church. But you cannot use it because this area is Muslim. Only Christians can use this. Or if you are a Kemetic pagan. It does not say anything regarding syncretic folk traditions, much like this one down there, because of all these must be true. Which again, those are syncretic folk traditions. is allowed to have that active, but I don't know about the Luxor temple down there, which is a more curiosity than anything else. This used to be known as Thebes in Greek, and I believe it was called Waset in ancient Egyptian language down there. Down there in Aswan, there's the ruins of the temple of Philae there. But this cannot be re-established because you have to be either, because you're not Kemetic. Our cult, there's one other area by the Red Sea. I believe it's there in Blemia. Yes, the Pilgrim Docks. Increased numbers of Hajj pilgrims. They done some really good work there. Which again, not part of Egypt, but is notable. So that's why we wish to return to Egypt soon. Sooner or later. Too weak to send an Altamina right now unless any more of you are willing to join, and then we're gonna have problems. Special building. Found University. Ooh. That's gonna be till a long time. We'll be out of that very soon. And then we will strike back at those that did us wrong. And I know the uncles want my downfall, and we want Faz back, because it's a home of that university. So now we're out of depth, and we're reinforcing the men-at-arms, which will grow much stronger. Now some vassals can respect me a little more now. It is a new century now, and this will be our century. And we must make sure that they'll never oppose us again. We will strike back. Tripolitania claim from Marrakesh. Oh, no wonder, they're fighting each other. That's why they're not going for it right now. Well, that's good. As long as there's infighting, then that means more advantage to us. Also, it's bad that they have teamed up with him, because over 6,000 of their levies is an issue. Nowruz. While my court celebrates the West Sogdian festival of Nowruz every year, my duties as Ikhshid often make it difficult for me to participate in the festivities. With the equinox approaching in my realm in a prosperous and stable state, I wonder I should take some extra time this year to get out of the castle and get into the holiday spirit. I can't rest, there's too much work to do. Gotta take advantage of this. So one day I'll be august. While I was at the market of Yasaman, her attention was caught by a criminal chained in a pillar. Yasaman watched him when he did nothing, begged for water. She rolled her eyes and kept on walking. The criminal deserves nothing but disdain from you. honestly, I'm not the role model you should look up to. If you're gonna need to go for a martial education, I know a man for it. He's gonna be around for a while. He could teach you some of the best. And in addition, I will have a court tutor just to improve education outcomes. And I'll assign one more position. Or not. Why would you honor that role? What's the matter with the position court? Not me. My Pambush and I's livid. She'd be certain that honor would fall on no one else. You're my primary wife. Would you like to be the high unknown? Even though you aren't good at it? Come on, Fit. You created a cadet branch. Getting egotistical, aren't you? Fully reinforced and everything. Go for that. Now, are the opinions of offensive war gone away yet? Nope, it's gonna take a long time. After 6 months. Civil wars, great holy wars are excluded. I'm passing through Crusader, the capital of my vassal Emir Nizam, while I receive an invitation to visit his castle. As I arrive, he welcomes me with respect and a tour. One thing that strikes me is a place full of unfinished projects. Just show me to my rooms. I'll leave first thing in the morning. I saw that. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm not gonna like it on the journey, beggar. While traveling through Framu, on the way to Vishwas Pasha's of Ikhshid's feast, I see a peasant beggar for food on the road ahead. He's in rough shape and manages to call out, "Lord, please, can you help?" An Italian Catholic. I don't trust him. I have more important things to deal with out of you. Gambling. While on my way to his feast, I stop at the tavern for the night, as I notice a lot of commotion in the back. Seems there's some patrons are gambling with dice. Gambling's easy when you cheat. I won the game. Haha! Suckers! A warm welcome. Every guest is gathered in the great hall. Our gracious host Sass welcome us all to the feast. Look forward to this. Faces dwindling down, I find myself deep in conversation with my poised uncle Sass. He inquires about the opinion of tome collection. The subject is deeply interested in himself. I don't like it. I could not care less. Ah, what kind of meat is this? So rich in flavor. What are these vegetables? Almost so sweet. Oh, and these wonderful little desserts. This feast is some of the best food I ever tasted. Delightful. After having spoken over dinner for a while, Amira Banafshe leans over to tell me that she finds it impressive how knowledgeable I am about so many different things. She recognizes true intellect, I see. What a feast! I'll remember the days spent in West Sogdian's halls for a long time to come. Now it's time to wash off traces of merriment and wine, and once more resume my duties as Lord of the Realm. Farewell, my uncle. You know what? I still want to get Alexandria back, and there is a way. 1 second. Is there anyone more knowledgeable than he? No. 4 years. I want that back. Inferior. You just need some better friends. My goodness. Letter ball. You know, since he's got his own court, because I would love to have more of the artifacts. What's he got? Oh, that makes me jealous. Because sometimes I wish I were to go steal his artifacts. I'd kind of have some intrigue for that. I'm looking. How does this alliance made? You. Attorney troubles. As Ikhshid, I'm obliged to attend a local sparring tournament, but the contestants have been delayed. The attorney won't start for at least an hour. While I lament about how poorly organized the tournament is, my uncle suddenly walks up to me and pushes me to the horse's water troughs, prompting everyone around to burst into laughter. How dare he! You son of a beeswax. You and I are gonna have a stern talking to. Because if I had my way, I would revoke that title off of you right now. But I cannot. Because that's tyranny. Big time. And plus, he's got friends from within. Ill and obese. That's what you get for having that feast. Berber merchants. Hooligans. Now he has every right to be mad. So there will be a rebellion. There's also Liberty faction. It's between those and this one from back there. Hey, what say you? How about my sister, huh? An alliance with you would be very good. You know, it'll be closer to Egypt, where the rebellion's gonna be. Just need to secure another alliance to put a stop to it. Put a stop to a possible rebellion, which every single day seems likely. Oh, you're a devoted religious man. Oh, after all, he is the most zealous, most devoted Sunni out there, so cannot deny that. At least you are content, because you are forgiven. 100% chance that you will convert. Because he's going to remain a loyalist. Good. Just spread the new faith. Because it's been spreading in this part of the Sahara. And we want it to go to Egypt as well. In fact, the whole Egyptian delta is going to be in rebellion. And we know the leader of the rebellion is him, who's out at sea at the moment. But the scary problem is it's Sahara. They'll get involved soon. Because I'm afraid of them because of the size of the levies that they'll have. So we need more alliances. Because 2 isn't good enough. It's about the Aghlabids. How about with my cousin? No. Not closely related. Keep that one in mind. Hey. How about with my daughter? What do you say? Yes, I know they're related, but you got very good numbers. So if there's a place to set up a rally point, it would be over there, I believe. I've realized how much of Amjad Murad, and I haven't commented how dependable he's been, has proven so during these last few months. We should spend more time together. Good on you. And we know the capital of rebellion is going to be over there. So I think we should assemble over here out in the desert. Raise the armies out here. And it will be right on this doorstep. Just to make damn sure. Because I'm not taking any chances. Take him out. Take the capital. And then, well, crud, that's a baron. The old man croaked. Okay, we lost that alliance. We need another. You're very good. 2 daughters. Oh, inbred. Or just do the stupid option. And that is, how about me? Oh, okay, so use that to call them to help us out, just to block them from getting help from Sahara, yeah. We can get Tripoli back later. An alliance with Sahara is just basically to be non-aggression, so they don't attack us ever, because we fear their military might at times. Which would be for the best, you know. Again, preventative measure. You gotta be a shrewd politician to know how this works. The question is, are you ready to rebel? Another daughter means another alliance can be formed. Somebody wants to kill Akbar because he's got low intrigue and the fact that he's Egyptian. Huh? What? I'm currently using that, so I'll say no, but I may make it up to you later on. My gosh. Don't make it too personal, okay? I have to stop fabricating that claim since there's a rebellion about to happen, and this gives me a chance to, you know, gives me a chance to do all this. Tourney day. The sun is shining, and peasants are milling about the tourney hosted by my wife. All my Faris cheers, Pambush, Nanai announces the tournament in honor. For once I get to simply sit and watch. I'm not going to spend an entire tourney stuck to a throne, however. This day is in our honor, my dear. To my liege, the right to rule Al-Farghani belongs to Wish-Pasha Farrokhzad of Tripolitania by divine right, and we gather the support required to make it so. Accept this fact peacefully, or we'll make you do so by force. I will not be threatened. We're against 10,000 of these. That's a lot of rebels. But at least, but again, it's near my territory. Oh, wait a minute, what? I forget who? Who is leader? Oh, oh no, it's Alexandria. Oh, we're way off. Again. Should have gone to there. To Farka. It said it's going to cost you a lot of gold because you were stationed in the wrong place because you misread. Because this to install him, he's not part of the rebellion. Great job, you idiot. Wherever you are, please come here. And just bring at least Sahara in. Again, it doesn't cost you the prestige to bring all your allies to Mas. We'll crush them. And so that means we get to have Alexandria and Siwa back. And get rid of these old vassals and replace them with local Egyptians that will be of our faith. All together. And it'll make our jobs easier. Say there's nearly 8,000 of you and there's 20,000 of us. You have no chance. Farrokhzad. God dog it. It is he. Will not be threatened either. Hold it right there. Stop. To call you for the Liberty War as well. This is a test to see how we can hold all of it while we get rid of all the uncles this way. That's how we're gonna do it, so I guess we're gonna have to turn around and come back. Stop. God dog it. This way. He's a leader of this Liberty War, this rebellion, and he must be dealt with. And now my capital is surrounded. Not if we get to you first. Which unfortunately, he's in uniform. And I hope I don't get captured. This is Rafa. Because you know, we didn't improve these defenses very much because it does not add up to fort level. It's just we know that war's everywhere now. So we gotta go for this first. But if we're gonna try to make our way back to Sigil Massa, well, just hope I don't get captured. Because I do have the prowess skill for it. In case they take me prisoner, and I will not be denied. Get Zawara first, capital of the rebellion. Hopefully that relates to the Liberty War. Again, that's one. But it's just the areas of the Maghreb is the big issue here. There's almost no friendly territory except there in Anfa. It'll take us 5 months to get there. Not to mention expensive boat travel. So whatever happens on that side of the Nile, we're gonna have to let them have their fun. Just defend the Maghreb first. Which again, will not be denied. Out at sea also drops the supplies drastically. So you're the bastards that took Fez from me and you've joined up. We're gonna make our landing here soon. Real or fake? A traveling scholar poses a strange question when you visit my court. One which of many of my courtiers debated at length. or a fake that is distinguishable from a real thing. Let me see. What a stupid question. Do I look like some kind of a philosopher? Oh, plus I'm gonna get more prestige when we defeat the rebellions of these two. So, okay. So let's split up, so it's for supply reasons. Damn it. You'll be heading over there. We'll take the long way around, and you will be on standby before we will begin to take those areas. Because they may go after Sijamasa soon, and we need all the supplies we can get. Charming entertainer. Oh, hell. Everyone is still talking about the talented entertainers that Orion gifted me a while back. There's even gossip of how Pope Anastasios is now infatuated with one of the entertainers, a Persian girl by the name of Zerendok. Today, Athanasios approaches me with interesting requests. He bows and says nobody. Oh, gracious wise Ikhshid Gurak. Zerendok is unlike any other woman, a true flower who deserves to be more than a mere servant. I humbly beg of you, let me take her as my consort so I can love her for the rest of our lives, for I know this is what she desires too. I glance over the kneeling Zerendok, who looks at me with pleading eyes and shakes her head slightly. Enough that I see, but not enough that he notices. It's no secret that my court that she doesn't like his attention. So he's lying or delusional about her desires. I don't want to anger him over a mere servant, but is it right to let him have his way with her? Which again, he is the Pope of the Coptic papacy, devoted to the Mother of Mary, and he is my vassal, even though he holds no territories other than this one. And I was about to say, where does he reside in exactly? But who knows? Let me see. She's a Persian girl who is a genius. Conley of our faith, Silk Road entertainer, but a homosexual. Marry her? Or other alternatives. What if I marry her myself? Because sometimes I wish that it's like, can't we just have her around and then get her betrothed to somebody else? But that would be breaking a betrothal, you goof. And plus, there's more into intrigue. Perhaps this one will lead for my company. So we're not technically married, because I'm already of all my wives. So instead, she's just unlanded, which I'll invite her to the court, and then when she comes in, I gotta get her to betroth to my son. I think she'll like it. Come on, move up. I got something for you. There used to be an alliance, but not anymore. Even though I'll be spending prestige for this, I found a perfect spouse for you. You just gotta wait a few years till you're officially married. You are humble and diligent. strict order. There can't be any refusal. Even though she's just a low-born entertainer. And plus she's homosexual, so she may not be attracted to you, but certainly. Give it a couple of years, and then he's gonna like it. It's just you ought to be careful with her. She's rather arbitrary and greedy. But she's of our faith nevertheless, which again, she was once a famous entertainer, perhaps a musician or a singer of sort along the Silk Road. Whether they're originally a slave or a free person, oftentimes more likely the former, and they typically performed for the pleasure of the elites. And one of such elite took notice of the talents and raised it to a higher status. And with the intrigue education, she can help you out. As a matter of fact, now that you're here, you're the newest. I know the army supply is running low, but we need to go in after them. Because we need to stop them from taking Sigilmasa. You're from down there, so more prestige for me just to get it back, so no doubt they're heading for my capital. Defeat them there in a pitched battle, and we will win. And then we're gonna have to disband a while, and then we'll get back at them. Because I was wondering what's taking them so long. Whatever issues they had in the past, matters not now. Chances are even, but we'll have friendly reinforcements on the way. God dang it, can you go faster? Fighting each other. Separate issue, no doubt. Oh, the former Egyptian ruler. Now he's got himself involved. Actually, no. Uncle Agilas, the one we named after that legendary Berber ruler. Wait for the rest. We are going up there and we're going to defeat them. Even if we have to starve ourselves out for this. We're taking more casualties because we're going up the mountains and we have less advantage. Plus they have pikemen. Plenty of it. But we have the numbers. It's pretty ridiculous. So we won one battle up there, but we do have the enemy capital occupied. All we need is just occupy all of this. There's more where that came from. You're the siege master. Take that area. And say too if you can retake this, or alternatively go back down to Sigilmasa so you can get yourselves resupplied. Because we're starving out here. so are you. Sorry about this. Because we need to resupply, then we'll try to reinforce. Defender controls war targets. My wife, Pumbus Nanai's child, should be overjoyed, or she's been acting as strange. I cannot shake that the feeling something is wrong. I'll look into this discreetly. To make my vassal Nizam more susceptible to my exposure to include a convent of next Mr. Jacob. Sorry you're starving out there, but I need you to take another holding. Yeah, I trust you all along. Anyways, ready to move. We're coming to relieve you. No, 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 stay there. Because you were in the middle of the siege. Almost done. Shut your mouth, rebel. Well, it's time to hit the books. Or get the court to help me. Which would be much better. Stay there. Now you can resupply. Again, we'll be coming over to relieve you soon. So just walk around. Just buy you some time. While you resupply yourselves out here. And then we'll deal with them in another pitched battle. We'll be on the offensive soon over there while we fight on the defensive front out here. Because when you're in occupied territory, then that also means that you can be reinforced in addition of being resupplied. Time well spent. You gotta know the language of your subjects. Alright, move up. So we'll be ready on the another offensive to take another army out there. You care about this man? Just wait till they're there. So it's likely they're gonna go for Marrakesh next. Misunderstanding. End of my swaying scheme with him. Yep, we figured. Going after Marrakesh. Which there's defensive buildings over there, so we'll be there in 44 days. So come with us. Again, they have not taken the relevant objectives in the Maghreb. Because they are too far from it. Instead, they're content with trying to occupy down the Nile. Which buys us more time. As you well know. Azak. May consider if I want to get rid of my old armor. No, 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 no. Damn it. Went to the mountains. Something's been off recently. I don't mean a major event's been happening around my life. What I mean is on a smaller scale, a more mundane scale. I've felt as if things have not been going my way. It's the little things that stress out, like misplaced arms, or how I seem to bite my tongue by accident a lot these days. Hey, Mom, I know the habit to be staying here. I conclude that despite of my bad luck caused by a ghost of some sort has been following me around. As if there is indeed a ghost. It's hard to say whether it's genuinely malevolent or benevolent, and unaware of the harm it's causing me. I told it needs to be dealt with through exorcism if I'm to be rid of its troubling influence. Stop, stop, stop! Damn it, these guys are smart. They retreated the mountains. And we know if we tried, then that means they'll be taking more severe, possibly considerably unacceptable casualties. So we just have to wait for friendly reinforcements to get here. Do not go up there. And you do not want to go to combat while undersupplied. That's another issue. Move there. You follow. The rest of you stay there. We can't let them get away. Just need to wait for them to get off of those mountains. Our opportunity's lost. Go. Trying to get them to budge to get us over here, but no, just wait there. Okay, 22 days, 25 days, 53 days, 27 days. No, don't engage. Wait a few. We could try to get at least one of them. Mad woman. I see an older woman dancing around with erratic but joyous movements, laughing and skipping through the town market. Ask one of the peddlers who she is, and he shrugs. Oh, I don't mind her. She's just a local mad woman, but very kind and harmless. She's been like that for years, and we think she's just possessed by Allah. Amused, I approach the lady and make small talk with her, and ask why she seems to be in good spirits. Always be happy with what we have today, my lord, she says, cheerfully twirling around me before bowing and skipping away. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Laugh and be merry. That's how to live life. Silly words. She's just another lunatic, is she? Will soon become illustrious after this war. 17 days. 16 days. 18. So we'll face some of them, not all. We'll be fine. They're staying put while we will engage them soon. Greetings, my perceptive Ikhshid. Husamadan says laughing. I'm very interested in upbringing of your own son, Gurak. You see, I speak Tamazic, the language I believe would be most useful for him to learn, he explains in genuine tone. I just need coin for quills, ink, parchment, and some personnel compensation, of course. Who needs to speak anything but East Iranian? But in actuality, why learn when you can just have child to study language for free? Don't you ever think about that? For free instead? the battle. See, they're gonna try to get here, but it'll be too late. Flamboyant trickster for you. Now I am a gust. But knowing wealth has been an issue as of late, so maybe I should go for a wealth focus. So just go a little bit of this regarding vassal tax contributions. Or maybe try to be an administrator just to have these vassals respect me a little more. Maybe that's what we should go for the time being. Forget diplomacy. You got what you need. Now there's fresh reinforcements, but that'll soon be over. Now let's go retake that area. Because Tudga, yeah, we occupy that, do we? Is that one of ours, or? Right. But regardless, this war will soon be over. Iskandari. Tudga this. They occupy holdings while, we hold Tudga this. But they still do not hold the relevant objectives of the Maghreb, so I don't know why they're spending their time down there. It isn't getting them anywhere. Which buys us more time, actually. Plus, had to switch to wealth focus just to stem the, there's words for it. Retake that area. Tripping. I was taking a walk as an Amba when stumbled and fell on the ground. Immediately rushes over to help. Are you okay? I think I scratched my knee. Says, ouch. Let's get you to position immediately. Go back to where you came. Just try to retake that area quickly, but in actuality, the Liberty War is already over. And I have a plan, because I do not want to sail the ships to go back all the way over. Since they're going to be busy down in Egypt, this would buy us time to actually, let me explain here. This 3-year war is over now. For this part, we get to imprison these two. That would be for that. So that's for starters, okay? I'm gonna disband them for the next 11 months. So by next October, we will reassemble the armies over in Barca. And then we'll begin our yet another Western Desert campaign for that. And plus, it's to start raising funds while we will reinforce. I mean, you get what I'm talking about, right? Since they're down there, they're not going to be bothering us up there because they've not taken the Maghreb yet. Because the war score is going to keep going up. It's going to keep going up because we still hold the relevant objective, which is Maghreb. So we'll soon, next year, we'll be on the offensive. These two will be under house arrest. They're deaf. So we need money. That's one thing. I'll call this ain't your fault. But, even though you hold this, but I will soon be getting the holdings from Egypt. You can keep. You may have rebelled, but you've been punished. So you'll keep. Ugh. And as for you, after the war, after the other war, we will revoke the titles off of you. So there you go, some money for the war effort. My mother died. What else? So as we said before, let them have their fun. By next November, we'll assemble our army over and then we'll begin our yet another Western Desert campaign. To Solom and then to Iskandaria. Try to bring them over here. While their armies will be heading off to the sea, and no doubt they'll be going for this. Opach. It's a fine name. Not to mention gives us time to fill our levies, to have them reinforced. But you know, I sometimes feel that knowing we're up against some, some real bad guys, then, I mean, as soon as you raise, then we'll switch it. You are only a mayor, so... Again, the war score is going to keep going up, no matter how many counties you occupy. Yeah, I'm going to be haunted by ghosts for a while, but we'll soon have that dealt with. Well, looks like you got your old job back. No doubt that they're going to land in Alexandria, or somewhere in the Delta. Wherever you want to start. Because we need to raise at least 200 gold. Then that would be good for the war effort, as well as the occupation of certain areas. But this will no doubt attract their attention. But looks like they're beginning their participation in that campaign now. But I think it would be ideal if we just head straight to Alexandria now. Because no doubt they're getting their attention now, and we should go help them. But There'll be 2 armies this time. Stick with us. You're one of the real good ones out there. It's only going to be another 2 months before we will fully assemble out here. Where the hell are you going? Are you trying to... Wait, is Sahara at war with somebody else? Yes, unfortunately. They are assisting West Sogdian. That's what this is. It's... So we no longer have Sahara's help, but we still have a few good ones out there. That area will soon be taken. In 9 days we'll leave, so I guess we should land out here. It's somewhere because they're moving up a little faster than anticipated. Or we should just go walk. Yeah, that would be ideal. They got desert brethren with them. Those are mercenaries, which he can afford it. Yeah, they thought twice. Wait for the other army to arrive in Tobruk, and then we shall move. 24 days. It's been 4 years since this civil war began. But we won't lose as much money, thanks to myself being more focused on wealth, like how a true Sogdian should do these days. Let's begin our march now. Illustrious. We'll soon do something about Sijumasa in a moment. Another hybrid culture. Now we gotta take their capital, which will be easy as they're not opposing us. If you want to take Siva down there, be my guest, because that's where they're going. Oh, the title has been usurped. So this was the man. That's the father. So now his children rules all these areas of northern Nubia. Now it's reduced. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Wonder what's the max for this, because they have not gone to Maghreb, and we're gonna keep them down there in the. They may have occupied the Middle Nile Valley, and as well as the outlying desert out there. What is that area called, to be exact? Al-Wahat. I fear that they are coming up. But I don't think they'll attack us, because if we are engaged in battle, they'll reinforce us. I don't think they'll do that. Just keep your hopes up, alright? They just engaged the Saharan forces, unfortunately. Put a little hurt on them, but it's occupied territory, so they'll be able to reinforce through there. But does he have any children that may be still there? Take one of his heirs, then maybe that'll be advantage us for the war score. But we're ready to move on down soon. I noticed that one of the areas that's rebelling also includes Cairo, Al-Jizya for the pyramids, and Al-Fayoum, so I may consider having more holdings for myself. That also relates to this part of Egypt. It's almost like I want to live in Egypt now instead of out in Sejamasa. Thank you. Captured daughter, not the heir, so therefore you got that'll pay more for the ransom. Fortunately, this is a well-supplied area. Yeah, we're gonna have to take out Fayoum next. Thank goodness we're going down the Nile Valley where it's well developed and once occupied, then we can resupply from there much easier, thanks to the fertility of the land. So it's only the lower Nile River Valley region is where the main rebellion takes place. The upper areas is loyalist, which is why they're trying to occupy all of that. Which in turn we will take over this area, then we'll start liberating these territories on our way down. It'll be easier to liberate certain territories. %. We still hold a relevant objective, but soon, I mean, Al-Fayoum was a big one, bigger than Scandaria. Again, we cannot engage the enemy straight on because of how hostile it is. So even if you go this way, no. You have to liberate more territories. But we'll soon engage them one day. Just follow us. Don't starve yourselves out. We'll be liberating more of these territories. Alright, Gurak. Look at you. Brilliant strategist. And logistic too. Humble, diligent, honest. You have the makings of a good one. Though you may not be a good fighter, but I'm sure one day you'll improve upon that. And you'll be betrothed to this entertainer. Don't worry, son. She's a keeper, even though she's not of any political significance. It's for the future. So time is ticking for them. Or the sands of time is running out for them. In this case, based on where you are. And as well as that, I cannot wait to enact to divert the dam the East River once it's over. Move up. Heading this way next. This one's got a better fort level, so that'll buy us more time. Some resistance will slow them down. Now, congratulations, men. You're now be able to be resupplied. And look at you, administrative courtier now. +1 stewardship for you. This will have to do. Additional taxes for post-war reconstruction. Yes, they're turning around. Wish we could engage them now, but that modifier by the time we get up there, recently disembarked, would go away. So do not engage. They're actually gonna go try to retake Alexandria back, but again, advantage us. There's no doubt we'll win the war, but I want to punish them for one last time for what they did to us. Populist uprising. How big is it? Oh, that's pretty sizable, actually. We'll be there. I'm not going to ignore that this time. I'll be there. Even though it's pretty much everywhere for you, but you have to get them all one by one. But it's manageable financially. They're going to attack them, and we'll catch them. Okay, we got them all here. Take your punishment. Our commander's been killed. Faramaz, he was one of the good ones. Damn it, where the hell are those reinforcements? That one's a bit costly. He was the marshal. There, we've won the war. Only because they never took any part of Maghreb. Now it's time for you to go to prison. And guess what? You're going back to prison again. Not anymore, you ain't. All the bodies are causing issues over there, which we can send our men, we can dispatch them to there. But of course, it'll cost you. But since we have all the valuable land back, we can revoke it. So here's the ones that I want the most. To revoke the titles off of you. Just these two. Stripping you of Alexandria. Just the whole title. Tyranny of subjects. Okay, but this one down here. Oh, just give me the whole damn thing. Yo, keep. And then as for you, you'll be revoked and you'll be replaced. Because I'm going to give the lands to somebody else. Just get a local Egyptian noble, so we can have some of that cultural acceptance back. You can have the Sinai. Who else rebelled? You, only because you're an accessory. But I'm not going to revoke you because you are a West Sogdian and a Marabot. So you are tolerated. Your punishment is just a ransom. It's for the war effort. And plus, I get valuable Alexandria back. And in addition, having all of this. Because there's great value in this area, as this is a Silk Road trade post, including Alexandria there. Fayoum, home of the textile manufacturing center. Yes, it's above the domain limit. But it'll be improved upon whenever I switch to domain focus after we deal with that little bit of wealth issue. The rest of you can rot in prison if all I care. Though I would love to have Siwa, but they say that is tyranny. I mean, I'll accept, but it's tyranny. And the opinion of everybody around here won't like it. Actually, I may get it. You just have to wait. Okay? Now, there's two things that we could do. One, as I am 42 years old, feeling fine despite being haunted by a ghost, let's divert and dam the Zis River. This will be the last act of this episode. The inhabitants of Sijamasa has continuously expanded its water resources over the years. Now, my engineers presented new ideas for several hydraulic projects that would allow us to better control the Zis River that flows through Sijamasa. This will maximize arable land and provide even more water to the locals. The level of its prosperity will increase, and I will gain coordinated hydraulic projects along the Zis, which this leader did their part in planning and managing a number of important hydraulics projects along the Zis River, such as dams, canals, diverting the Zis, and more. The river is a crucial part to the geography of the city of Sijamasa, the major economic center in the western Maghreb. So, this will have expanded water resources there. So, now our hydraulic infrastructure projects by the Zis River, such as dams, canals, and more, have expanded the pool of water available to the inhabitants of Sijamasa and connected various local bodies of water like the Zis River itself to springs across the oasis. It's going to cost a lot, but it'll be worth it. For the most part. So again, here's the historical context. Based on geographical, historical, and archaeological evidence, the area around medieval Sija Massa hosted a considerable hydraulic system, including canals, dams, reservoirs, pipes, and more. The continued expansion of this system, particularly during the Almoravid period, allowed Sijomassans to expand their available water resources. According to local folklore, the most famous part of the system was the Temedrine Spring, and its supposed destruction by a tyrannical governor named the Black Sultan led to the city's decline. These efforts. A settlement of Sijamas lies along the Zis River, and for centuries there have been a number of local hydraulics projects to expand the city's water supply. At the urging of several local leaders, I've decided to invest in coordinating these engineering projects and spearheading new ones in order to maximize potential water sources available. These projects range from dams, canals, underground pipes, and diverting the Zis itself, among other things. After all, water gives life to these arid lands. Its prosperity is low, and now it has increased. Sijomasa, one of the great settlements of the western Maghreb, has long relied on the Zis River and other nearby water resources for its water needs. Now, Ikhshid Gurak is overseeing a great expansion of the city's water resources, bolstering any existing hydraulic projects, and implementing new ones. This will provide even more good water to the city's inhabitants and allow it to grow and prosper for generations to come. The city's prosperity grows by the day. Now it's medium. The people of Sijamasa are doing well as the economy expands rapidly, and traders are starting to flock to the city, and a number of learned and skilled people of all backgrounds have settled here. So, more increased holding taxes, but again, this is locally. And this will definitely help the development bit by bit. So, we hope you people have enjoyed this episode, as, as we'll be on our way to the Sahara to deal with Ibadi rebels everywhere, because should they lose, all of this, the leader of it, will get all these areas that they'll be rebelling in, and also become independent entities as well. But did it say anything about Tripoli? No, that's for the owner, for him. That's only for him to decide and all that. So, we hope you people have enjoyed this episode. In the next one, now we can, as the army fights over there, meanwhile, some reconstruction could begin. Starting with Alexandria, one of the most valuable provinces there is, just to help the income. But until then, so long for now.